What if I told you that the most underrated and forgotten era in history may have shaped the world in ways we can't even imagine today? Imagine a time so packed with innovation, culture, and change, but somehow it never gets the spotlight it deserves. Intrigued? Well, buckle up, because in today's video, we're diving into the most underrated era in history and exploring why it deserves so much more attention than it gets. Stick around to learn why this forgotten chapter is far more impactful than you might think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future deep dives like this. Section 1. The Forgotten Golden Age. We're talking about the Middle Ages, often overlooked in favor of ancient Greece, Rome, or the flashy Renaissance. This era, spanning roughly from the 5th to the 15th century, is too often dismissed as a dark period. But in reality, it's one of the most innovative times in history, with advancements in science, medicine, architecture, and art that laid the groundwork for the modern world. In fact, many of the advancements we take for granted today, like the concept of universities and hospitals, were born during the Middle Ages. The world wasn't stagnating. It was evolving quietly behind the scenes. Section 2. The Rise of Intellectual Thought. Let's start with intellectual growth. You might be surprised to know that the Middle Ages weren't just about knights in shining armor and feudal wars. In fact, this period saw the birth of universities, places where scholars gathered to discuss philosophy, science, and theology. Think about it. Oxford, Paris, and Bologna were all founded during this time. Without the foundation of these intellectual hubs, the Renaissance might never have happened. In fact, the likes of Thomas Aquinas and Roger Bacon pushed the boundaries of philosophy and science. Aquinas even bridged the gap between reason and faith, showing that the medieval era was far from ignorant. It was a time of deep thought and progress. Section 3. Advances in medicine and technology. Speaking of progress, let's not forget the remarkable innovations in medicine and technology during the Middle Ages. You've probably heard of the Black Plague, but did you know that this devastating event led to some significant advances in public health and medicine? During the plague, sanitation and quarantine practices were developed, saving countless lives in the centuries to come. And believe it or not, this era also gave birth to technology that would revolutionize the future, like the mechanical clock and the windmill. These inventions were used to harness energy and improve lives in ways we now take for granted. Section 4. Cultural achievements and art. Now let's talk culture and art. The Middle Ages may not have been filled with the dramatic works of Leonardo or Michelangelo, but that doesn't mean there wasn't incredible creativity happening. Take a look at the stunning cathedrals like Notre Dame, or the illuminated manuscripts that show the true artistry of the time. These weren't just religious artifacts. They were expressions of a culture rich in color design and symbolism. And don't forget about the rise of chivalric literature. Stories like King Arthur, which still captivate us today. These works didn't just entertain, they defined values of honor, loyalty, and heroism. Section 5. The long-term impact. So why does the Middle Ages deserve more recognition? It's because this era set the stage for the world we live in today. The Renaissance, the Enlightenment, and even the scientific revolution were all built upon the groundwork laid during the Middle Ages. It was the bridge that connected the ancient world to the modern era. Without the intellectual advancements, technological breakthroughs, and cultural developments of the Middle Ages, many of the things we consider the hallmark of modern society might never have come to fruition. What do you think? Were the Middle Ages truly the Dark Ages? Or is it time to reconsider how we view this era? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you're enjoying this exploration into the most underrated era in history, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into hidden chapters of our past. So there you have it, the Middle Ages, an era filled with fascinating advancements, intellectual growth, and incredible creativity. It's time we stop overlooking this important period of history and start recognizing its monumental impact on the world we live in today. If you found this video interesting, make sure to subscribe, share it with your friends, and check out the other videos on this channel for more exciting historical discoveries. Don't miss out on the journey into history. Click on the video here to dive even deeper into the hidden gems of history. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to keep the history coming.